Hey YouTube, coming at you with my Great League team. Shadow Sableye, Dunsparce, Superior. So, I mean, overall this team shouldn't be too surprising. Dunsparce is your safe swap. Superior, I think I kind of mentioned, is underrated. Sableye, always a winner. For those of you who do not know much of the history of this channel, I've always grinded with like 5 Pokemon. Sableye is one of them. Now, Sableye, I normally grind with the Purified Sableye as a safe swap. But the Shadow is ranked better, and the reason the Shadow is ranked better is because the Purified Sableye usually takes 2 foul plays to take most things out. But the Shadow form, because the extra damage it does, the Shadow Claws really add up, and so it only takes like 1 foul play plus Claws to take out a lot of things. So that's what kind of makes it a little more deadly in the Great League. So, but it's not a good safe swap anymore. If you're going to use that, it's just a little too glassy to be a safe swap. So I think that it just plays better. Not that it's too glassy, but it's the glassiness and the length it takes to get to the foul plays is not conducive for a safe swap. So let's take a look at the battles. Team did okay. It was actually a mix of like win and losses. So you have Altaria on the lead here, and as you can see, because you are half shadow, those dragon breaths are also adding up on you quite a lot. So I'm going to throw that. They do shield. And I get to the power gem, so I'm going to shield back. I am at the power gem, so I'm likely to grab a shield here or take them out. Both are pretty good options here, I guess. I almost prefer to take them out, but if I remember that they shield, and I don't want to lose swap because I'm like, I don't want to come Dunsparce and then they get out and then I have to stay with the Superior on this to take it out. So I'm just going to stay in, let them farm me down, come in, take a move here, get to the roll out here, or rock slide. And geez, and they caught, even though it's a lot easier to catch one-turn moves than it is anything else, but they caught and came in with a Gastrodon. So that is just an instant punish with this Superior. So Body Slam, non-stat Body Slam I've mentioned multiple times, is going to be pretty insignificant. So I'm just going to continue to take all these and basically get to 100 energy here. So I'm loaded. I have 2 air laces, so if the Altaria comes in, I can just go back to back here. So here's 1 air lace. Does not quite take them out, but I can go back to back here. So this will take them out. And then we'll see if I can get to a charge move in the back, which I should because I've charged up so much. And what's in the back? It's Dunsparce. And yes, I can get to a move because I just had so much energy from farming on that Gastrodon. And I have a shield advantage. And I figured that because I still have an energy advantage here, I can just shield this, move up, and still get to a Frenzy Plant. And the Frenzy Plant is just so hard-hitting compared to like the Rock Slide draw runs on my own Dunsparce that it's just worth shielding and Frenzy this out. Because that's what makes Superior so deadly, is that even these bulky Pokemon are just like 2 Frenzies and they're gone. Chestnut's a weird one, because Claws, as you can see, are really adding up there, but foul play and power gem are resisted, so we are just going to have to shield up potential frenzy, and then like throw a resisted move, hope it's enough to like put them in claw range. But then if it's not, I may have to throw a second one here, but then they get to a move, so I have to double shield and it's already in a pretty bad spot. You know what, Typhlosion comes in, and so I'm way too slow on that swap that they're already at their like second incinerate by the time I get in with the Dunsparce. So down 2 shields and that very slow switch there. This is just the I'm screwed. Essentially, I'm screwed. I'm just in the background here. I don't know why I don't have PV Poke open, because I just reference it like 15 times a video. Yeah, so the Shadow Sableye is ranked 90, and the non-Shadow is ranked 142. So Machamp in the lead here. So this is going to play out similar to Chestnut. I guess the only difference is, one, this thing gets to moves about the same time, but it's glassier. So even though foul play is resisted here, it'll still take out, but getting a CMP is annoying. You know, counting if I want to do that instead of just complaining about it. So do take them out, down shield, but take switch, and it's a Dugong, so that's kind of nice that I took switch here. I do have power gem too, so I could threaten this, but just going to go for the foul play. Now force kind of, because they baited, I'm forcing some pressure on them. Going foul play again. I definitely should not have done that. I should have gone Power Gem there. So that's unfortunate that that does land, but it was just for foul play. But you know, it's chip. It takes them to the yellow. And now I have the Dunsparce on them, and they top left. Dugong spam me, and you're just going to see the glassiness of Shadow Sableye. Just like, I'm going to be taken down to the Icicle Spear, which got nerfed like 7 seasons ago. The Powder Snows and Icicle Spears basically took me down to the red here, right? And that's kind of the problem with Shadow Sableye. And I was actually just looking at the win-loss record here. And both Sableyes, despite one being 50 ranks higher, against the main meta, they're both 15 and 20. Now, the Shadow Sableye does have a way better average. The non-Shadow is 443 and the regular has 462. But yeah, I kind of noticed that. Like, I used to grind with Sableye all the time, and it's been seasons that I haven't played with it. And it's kind of an interesting one because you think that it would play somewhat better with all the poisons and now the fighters too. But there's still, I think, just too many normal typings out there that make it a little scary. And fairies, I guess, Azumarill and stuff are still out there. So it's kind of a tricky one. I used to love using it, but all my Pokemon that I love using are now gone. They're all gone. Yeah. Swampert, nerf with Mudshot. Sableye. Again, you think it should have some play, but between just like getting outbeat by the ground and all the normal typings like any normal typing that resists the ghost, Dunsparce, and all those Wiggly. I mean, Wiggly's a fairy, but and all those that are out there are going to beat you. So Swampert, Sableye, Lickitung, Body Slam got nerfed, and same thing with all the normal typings out there. The Lick is resisted. Cancel Ninetales and Togedemaru fall into the too many damn waters and ground type Pokemon out. Not waters for Togedemaru, but like ground type Pokemon out there for you. So all 5 Pokemon that I have used to grind with, like for easy wins, not easy wins, but like I was so comfortable with those Pokemon and they were so good in the meta at the time, I really have not used in seasons now, which is too bad. I gotta find a new one. So if anyone's got a new one, let me know. Jumpluff, which is, again, kind of an evenish matchup. I do have Power Gem, which could threaten. And a lot of times, like you're going to see here, I think they shield, which just kind of shows you that added shield pressure. Like, this is Jumpluff shielding a move immediately. That just shows you the shadow extra damage there and how much Power Gem can threaten. So I throw a Power Gem. They make a catch on a Primeape, so nice catch. So I'll probably come superior here. Yeah, so I mean, I think Superior is underrated, so I could use that as my one because it has so many good matchups, and there's not a ton of flyers or fires. Corsola, having done Beyond the Hype and kind of realizing how strong it is, I can see Corsola easily becoming one. Right, replace my Sableye as a ghost with Corsola. So those could be a couple options to grind. Like I'm now at the point. I know it's like, well, what week are we? 4 weeks in. Yeah, we're 4 weeks into a 12-week season, so there's still plenty of time. I don't need to worry about any of this stuff yet. But I am at the point where I'm like, okay, let's start to find teams that work. I put out a couple for Alligator. I can't really do for Alligator Corsola because then you got a double Ghost fast move. And speaking about Ghost, Drifblim is going to have a really hard time with Dunsparce here. So Dunsparce is basically going to sweep this team. So yeah, I don't know. Let me know. Comments below. Pokemon that you think could be the next core breaker type thing that, again, not that they were core breakers. They were just either, yeah, well, some of them were core breakers. Again, this is going to be like a half just like random, not coming on to battles as much. But Swampert wasn't a core breaker. Swampert was just so dominant with the, like, it was broken with the Mudshot Hydro Cannon. It was just so spammy. Lickitung and Sableye as the safe swaps were just like 2 of the best safe swaps in the meta. So I just abused them as safe swaps. And then Ninetales and Togedemaru were core breakers that I found, I think, earlier than pretty much everyone else. So if you have a Pokemon that fits one of those two criteria, let me know. Not that it needs to be a safe swap, because I could just go like Feraligatr. Like Feraligator's still like I think the best safe swap in this meta. I used it on the spam team the other day, and it was just so good. So if I want to default to Feraligatr safe swap, I can. But if you got like a core breaker that can like kind of spam moves pretty quickly in like the 12 to 14 range, it has like decent bulk and stuff like that, that I'm just like missing, let me know. Anyways, Toxapex on the Sableye here. Toxapex just being a little too damn tanky here. Taking the foul play and living. So I'll just come in with Dunsparce and get ahead on energy and hope I am not met with a fighter. And being met with a ground is not much better. Come in with my superior and get met with a Talonflame. So this is pretty close to a top left right here as well. Don't even get the Air Lace off because, you know, stay tuned for my... The more I think about it, I keep promoting this 30th discussion video. Because the more I think of it, like the more stuff I want to talk about. It started with just like, I'm going to wrap up about like 2024. What went great, what went bad. And then I was like, well, I should also talk about like the state of the game. Because like the one turn lag coming in went from like it happens like inconsistently once in a while to it's happening every single time now. I'm never ever getting a fast move or my charge move when I come in off a swap. So the state of the game, and then it's like the state of the other game. I posted on Twitter. I just an egg from 2024 hatched with the 2020 glasses on, and then one of the comments was like, I'd rather have them redo this old joke than lock new Pokemon behind the eggs. So now they've done both of those, and I'm just like, I don't know what makes me more mad. Like, is this game so stale that they're redoing 2020 Pokemon, or that they're locking new Pokemon behind eggs and like stuff? I don't know what makes me more mad, so I want to talk about that. And then I want to talk about like what just came to my head is like I'm not counting, so I'm like I'm not ever going to be competitive at the Toronto Regionals. So do I actually focus on that? And then like the state of the channel, and then I still got all the baby stuff behind me because we got the new workout room. I want to talk about work-life balance. So yeah, I feel like it's gonna be like a 50-minute video, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But like you can just see the lag, right? You can just see the lag. Yes, I know I haven't talked much about the battles, and there's still 6 minutes of battles. It's only been 11 minutes. Jeez, I feel like I've been talking for like 20 here. So because I'm just so off at this, basically, here's how the team works. Sableye, I'm pretty much, yeah, if you want to use this team, again, I didn't do amazing. I went like 5-4, maybe even 5-5 with it, so it's not something that you would grind with. And again, I just kind of laid out the sort of problems I find with Sableye. Yes, you're now potentially taking stuff out in one move, but you're also taking so much damage, and I kind of like the Purified better. So I think if I was going to make a Sableye team moving forward, I'd probably use it as a safe swap Purified as opposed to this on the lead. But if you want to use this team, how would you play it out? Sableye lead, leave to the obvious ones. Leave to Fairy. I was going to say leave to normal typing. I think it almost depends. But maybe Fairy for sure you're leaving. Normal typings and darks, it's kind of hit and miss. It depends on which one they are. Whether you can... The different shield scenarios, it would depend on a few things. And then Dunsparce is your safe swap. If not, Sableye is a pretty safe lead that you can just try to align switch. Because Dunsparce only has one weakness in fighters. And then Superior can kind of handle that with Aerial Ace and just Frenzy's being pretty strong. And then Superior's tough against fire and flying, and Dunsparce deals with that. So if you can like take switch with Sableye, then you're good. But like this is a prime example of a matchup that like I hated. A Shadow Sandslash, which gets to the Ice Punch in 5, which means it outpaces you. But these Powder Snows and Ice Punch is enough to take out the Sableye and the 2 shield here. So, again, they just outpace me to this move, so I got a shield. I'll get another move off. They'll shield, and then they're just going to outpace me to the move and take me out in the 2 shield. So this is the problem like I have with Sableye as the Shadow version. I just find like these matchups are I feel like worse than I would get as a purified, because I wouldn't have to worry about Powder Snow, Ice Punch taking me out. But now just in the 2 shield here, Powder Snow, Ice Punch just took me out. So I'll come in with Dunsparce, get ahead on energy here. And they give up switching to a Azumarill, which is actually huge, but I'm pretty sure I remember messing this up pretty bad too. Yeah, so there's that. How was your Christmas, if you celebrate or if you're taking breaks or whatever? I kind of talked about it in another video, how like the views are absolutely terrible. Although the Corsola one's not doing too bad. But it's got the Beyond the Hype with it, so people kind of like those. Yeah, let me know how you guys are feeling about the state of the game, what you're doing for your holidays. If you're taking time off between like Christmas and New Year's, or if you're right back at work. Like I'm back at work on Monday because I'm staying at home and my parents are here. So yeah, I'll be back at work on Monday. Where's that calendar? There it is. Yeah, Monday the 30th. So basically I'll work the 30th and 31st, and I'll have the 1st off because it's New Year's. Then I'll go back to 2nd and 3rd. And then everyone's back in the office on the 6th. So like there's a lot of people that are off. The other manager and a director are off during this time. So like I'm covering for pretty much everyone during this week. Hopefully it's quiet. And then the 6th, everyone's basically back, and we'll just see how busy it gets at work. But we'll see that there. That's the new year. New year, new goals. Oh yeah, I also want to talk about the goals. I always have like 4 goals on Twitter that I post, and so goal for 2024, we're 25,000 subscribers on the low end, 30,000 on the high end, and I am just on the low end there, 25,300. So basically just on the low end. And then my second one was make less YouTube videos. Nope. I made way more videos to the burnout stage. Use additional time to work out and lose weight. Nope. But the workout room is officially set up. We emptied all the boxes, and this is the loose stuff behind me. And we moved the treadmill down here today. So it is there. Meet more people in the Pokemon Go community. I actually think that one's a success. Because I attended the New York Go Fest and the Toronto Regional. And I'm just kind of meeting random-ish people here and there in the communities. So I think that it is a success, that one. So now I got to think about my goals for... Yeah, well, so I guess we'll talk about my goals for 2025 when I talk about everything there. I don't know what I want to do for goals here. See, I actually have... It's interesting. Because I have my 23. I like requote my 2023 goals. And my 2023 goals was 16,000 subscribers on the low end and 20,000 on the high end. And I'm pretty sure I killed it. I think I was like close to 19,000. And now I'm on the low end here, and I can't tell if that's the state of the game or just my channel or both. So I don't know. Anyways, that's enough rambling for me. Hope things are going well for you guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.